The whole purpose of this video was basically to show y'all how y'all do too much. But I'm looking around and I'm really doing the most right now. The ever-loving most. I'm getting ready to make some flaxseed gel. It started as an okra gel video, and I was wondering why there aren't more okra gel videos, since this is a good idea. And what made me think of okra gel was, I was like, what can I do with all this okra that I haven't been able to get to my sister because I was growing it for her. And so this year I grew red okra as opposed to the regular one, and that's neither here nor there. The point is that with okra, you have to have someone in that house or nearby or that you see daily who loves okra, because it's always ready to be harvested. You can't harvest it too late because then it'll get hard and woody. There's no harvesting too early, obviously, because you can only harvest it when you can harvest it. And you know, you can't just leave it on the plant. So I was like, what am I going to do with this excess of okra that I'm getting every day? So I was going to start my egg bath and breading and then freezing them like that, because you know, you can buy fried okra and that's not cooked and fry it. So I was going to do that, and so that is still an option, but I got kind of lazy and I never did that, because that would mean you would have to be breading okra every day still, even though you could collect it in the freezer and have a collection of it. Again, my original video was going to be boiling this okra and using okra gel, but as I continued to look, I was like, you know, in this particular case, in some cases, some people just don't address it, but you know, in some cases, it's some things that very few people are interested in, and that's why there's so few videos on something. But in this case, the natural hair community is a big ass bandwagon. So, you know, there has to be a reason there's not a lot of okra videos. And so I have assessed that there aren't a lot of okra videos because the shit doesn't work all that great, at least not great enough to replace it with whatever gel you're already using. On the other hand, flaxseed gel has been known to work. I wonder if anybody's ever mixed the two. I wonder if y'all ever mixed the two. Maybe I'll try that and I'll be the innovator of that. But anyway, this is all this okra that is poor okra that's going to be thrown away. Y'all, moment of silence for wasted okra. Okay, that's enough, because I have a whole new batch that's ready to be harvested right now today. So I am going to fry that up when I harvest it. So I decided to do the flaxseed gel because like I said, as opposed to the okra videos, I did see a lot of flaxseed gel making videos, but they just doing too much. Like, you got your flaxseed gel, you got lemon juice, you got honey, you got marshmallow root, you got Irish Spring, you got, damn it, and you got all kinds of like scented oils that you're putting in it and stuff, because, and then you got a certain time that you got to put it in because it affects the consistency of it, and it's just so much. So I was like, why don't I just make some damn flaxseed gel, period. Water, flaxseed, and then a little something to adjust the smell. So it's going to be as simple as that. So I got my, what is this? Ooh, half a cup of flaxseed. Put that in the pot, boom. And to that, I'm going to leave room for boilage and evaporation. So I'm going to take about 3/4. You know, I know some people use 1 cup, some people use two cups if they really like to leave room for boiling longer and evaporation. And I'm just going to meet in the middle and use 1.5 cups. Means I got to pour 3/4 of this bottle in. We good? No. We good now? We good now? We good? That's good. I'm going to start this fire and boil that bad boy up. In the meantime, I have also gone and harvested a few. Actually, this will look like quite a bit to go in that little bit of flaxseed gel. But that's what I'm going to do. Because this thing right here smells like lemon candy. Lemon candy, not lemon juice, not lemons, lemon candy is what this smells like. You know what it is, my verbena. So I'm just gonna bruise a few of these tops. I took the tops because they seem to be the strongest to me. I'm gonna take a wooden spoon and bruise a few of these tops. That's right, and I'm gonna slap those in there. I sure did. I have some dried leaves. Oh, matter of fact, right here, over here by me. Boom. I have dried verbena, but I use those for tea. And I got a big ass harvest that I want to have for the winter. So while I'm letting that go to a boil, let me tell y'all how I'm doing too much. Okay? Yeah, I know I just told you a lot, right? I bet y'all like, oh, that's not it. You got more stuff you're doing in there? Yeah. I also have my apple cider vinegar that this is, what is this? Organic, raw, unfiltered. I don't even know if it matters. I don't really care much. You pay 600% more for that. But whatever, if I'm going to be ingesting it, I might as well. What I do is I take a teaspoon of that, because they say you do 2 teaspoons to like 16 ounces of water or something like that. But I don't know if you know what I know about vinegar. Vinegar smells like ass. So I take a tablespoon of the vinegar. Then I also take my peppermint tincture. Yeah, I told you I'm doing too much. So I take my peppermint tincture. I put about a half a teaspoon of the peppermint tincture in the bottom of the glass. Then I put a teaspoon of the apple cider vinegar in the glass. And then I put hot water. And then depending on if I'm hot or cold at the time, since my body temperature don't know what the fuck. But anyway, it depends on how I'm drinking. If I'm drinking it as a little tea tonic, then I'll make it hot. If I'm just drinking it as a drink, then I'll go ahead and just put, room temperature or cold water, depending on what it is. That's what it looks like. See how it's green? And so this is just my apple cider vinegar and water with the little peppermint tincture in it. And the peppermint tincture is just so it doesn't smell like I'm drinking ass. So I guess technically I only need a few drops, which I guess amounts to half a teaspoon. How you doing over here, Flaxy Flax? You know what, since it's my first time, I probably should have did just the flax seeds alone just to see what it does smell like without the verbena. But I didn't, too bad, so sad. So I have my little drinky drink. And then I also have all this other stuff. I'm telling you, I'm doing too much. While I'm trying to prove that y'all do too much, I'm doing too much. So just wanted to show you, I made little brownies in cupcake cups. Ain't that cute? Yeah, the first time I made them too big. Well, what I did the first time was I filled the brownie mix halfway, and so it came all the way up to the top. And it just seemed like it was a little too thick for a brownie. So what I do now, so for about 7 seconds, I'll put it in the microwave after it's cool. This is like next day brownie. So I put it in the microwave because that way the cup will peel away more easily. And then I got a nice little, that is the thickness that a brownie should be, right? So the other one was, cake thickness, and it was delicious. It's delicious. It's all the same, tastes the same. But I don't know, they're rich, so it was a lot to take. Yes, I told you I'm doing too much. I also try to make some candy. So I have little, candy flavoring, grape and lemon and peppermint. Tried that out. You guys know I have my little shallow dish of cheap Chardonnay for any gnats that tend to follow me in when I do things like go harvest some quick verbena to make my stuff smell good. And I also bought jicama the other day because one of my gardening ladies grew one by accident. She didn't know she grew one. Look, look. That's doing too much, right? It is. Oh, wait, that was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to make a meal, but that was a little bit better than I thought I was going to be. I thought I was about to make an ass of my taste buds for the sake of the camera, but that wasn't so bad. Yeah, so jicama. I was curious about what it tasted like. You have to taste it yourself, because most people say it's actually like an apple with no taste, except it tastes like apple. A really the lightest apple flavored like apple in the world. That's what it tastes like. It's not bad. I wouldn't buy it again, but I wanted to buy it in case I loved it in order to grow it. So obviously, if I wouldn't buy it again, I probably don't need. I don't need to grow it or anything like that. How you doing? How you doing, girl? I might put some more water in that bad boy. Look at what I did, y'all. I put the jicama in my health tonic. I won't call it green because very little of it is peppermint tincture. But I put jicama in my health tonic. And speaking of apple cider vinegar smelling like ass, you know what I think I'll do? Just like I use peppermint in here. I should. Oh wait, I could do that with the verbena too. Child, I'm coming up with all kinds of stuff. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do with my drink now. If I don't feel like, if I want to switch it up, I think I'm gonna make my verbena tea. Okay, which is already in itself simple, verbena and water. Then I'll put a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in there and drink it. And for my hair rinse, I think instead of using just the regular distilled water, I think I'll make verbena tea with the distilled water and just make it really, really, really strong. And then use that water, which is tea, that smells delicious like lemon candy. And I'll use that with my apple cider vinegar for my hair rinse, for my apple cider vinegar rinse. That is a brilliant. I'm brilliant, child. What I need to be doing is making this with regular tea, because Mister's mother gave me a big ass box of Lipton tea. Oh, that's not gonna work out. Oh, that's too thick. Okay, we'll work it out. Okay, I see what you're working with. I see what you're working with. So obviously I'm going to put this back on the heat. Boom. And add more water. Dang, that is some thick stuff. Golly. I see you, Flaxseed. I see you. But what I'm experiencing now is what I miss in YouTube videos. The beauty of them is that they're real time, you know? Why shouldn't we see the mistakes that are made? I mean, I get telling people what had happened to you, but let me see you screw up a little bit. So I guess what we do then is we go ahead and let it boil as it does and get hot as hell, and leave it slightly watery, and then strain it, and then allow for the excess water to evaporate after it has been strained and it's still hot as hell. That looks like what's going to make the most sense at this point. Y'all stick with me. We're going to get there. We might take the scenic route, but that's beneficial in the end. So what we learned here today, boys and girls, is that you want to strain this while it is still hell degrees. And because of the consistency, I am going to let that pot soak while I am straining. Yeah, much better. Much better. And you can see the stems from the verbena still in there. You can see the consistency coming from the bottom there, or I hope you can. Now there does seem to be a lot of gel still coming from the seeds, so I get why people opt to use a stocking or what have you. So I think next time I'll actually not even let it get that thick. I'll let it stay watery but still hot as hell, so that again it'll strain very easily, but that the excess water can evaporate, you know, off the top from the heat. Whoa, wait, get off of there. Just hugging onto my finger, y'all. Now, while I'm letting this second batch boil, I'm going to use my container here. I have this whole set, so I use the spray bottle for my apple cider vinegar mix and such, and I use another one for my aloe. And this is what I'm going to got a funnel. I'm going to put the gel in. So, and it has a cap that'll just squeeze it out, because mine's pretty thick. So as you can see, mine is fairly thick. Either we need to go ahead and funnel it earlier while it's still hot, or we need a wider funnel for this. I have to say that after playing with that to get it into my fingers feel really soft and just like freshly showered and cleaned and soft. So I hope it's going to do the same for my hair. And I was sitting here thinking, you know how apple cider vinegar doesn't go bad. I wonder if apple cider vinegar can be used in the flaxseed gel to preserve it at room temperature without having to refrigerate it, because I know you guys refrigerate your flaxseed gel, and I'll have to do more research on that. But yeah, in the meantime, when that batch is ready, I'm actually going to put it in ice cubes and freeze it until I'm ready for more, because I don't want to have to make this every time, because anybody that knows me knows that I'm not going to want to make this every time I do my damn hair. So yep, I'm gonna get my trusty, you know how I do with my ice cube tray, and make me some flaxseed and aloe. Well, I'll put aloe in here, and then also preserve it with the apple cider vinegar. See, that's a lot. That's what I mean. I accuse y'all of doing too much, and here I am going to do too much. Flaxseed gel, lemon verbena, apple cider vinegar to preserve it, aloe. This flaxseed actually seems to do for skin what aloe does. I'm doing too much. I don't know if you noticed, but the thicker a substance becomes, the more difficult it is for the bubbles to burst when boiling. That was a tongue twister. But yeah, I'm learning from this that I did too much with that. That's the theme of the video, do too much. Yeah, you can see that the bubbles are popping slower, which means that the consistency is getting thicker. And again, from this, I'll say, let this be a lesson to not be wasteful. Apparently, the seeds weren't through giving off gel. So, like I said before, I'll put even more water in to make even more gel. And that way I can strain it, like at this point where it is right now. Looks like would be a good time to strain it. But here I am continuing to boil. So, that should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and strain this now, my second batch from these seeds. Whereas before they still had gel coming off them. There's still a lot of gel on these. My fan came on and I don't know how to turn it off manually.